there, Joe fans. We are so excited to be here with you today. And by we, I mean me and this enormous box and nobody hiding behind it.
And me.
Oh my gosh, it's Lenny.
This
when
box
did you get there?
Well, I've been here the whole time. This box is absolutely enormous.
So we are so excited today. We know that there was a notification that was recently sent out to Rattler HasLab backers telling you to double check your address because these are...
I got my notification.
I got my notification. I'm pretty excited. So we are going to do a little unboxing video for you today of one of our final prototypes for our Rattler HasLab.
That's right.
And I'm really excited because I have skipped a whole lot of meetings about the pack out of this. So I have not actually seen what this looks like in the box. So I will be just as surprised as all of you.
And I will pretend to be surprised.
Perfect. And Lenny's going to pretend to be surprised. And we all know that he's really good at pretending to be. Oh, it's perfect. For the whole video. That's all I want.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
So I have been entrusted with the blade.
Yep.
So
pre-cut.
That'll be fine. So we have a pre-cut edge on this side so we can slide it out.
Yeah, you probably got to cut the back to undo the suction.
Okay.
But I wanted to show everybody, we got those really nice kind of little pieces
Corner
of
protectors.
Corner protectors made out of that hard, durable plastic. That way, when it gets shipped to you, say the mailman decides he's going to throw it, it'll be protected on the edges. Hopefully they don't throw it.
Yeah, no. These are kind of...
Give it a score.
My poor FedEx delivery guy, when it's HasLab day, and he has to bring 5 of whatever boxes I've ordered to my house, he always just looks kind of sad. I made the mistake of telling him once that I was involved in all of this, and he's just like, oh, you are why today is my truck is full of these enormous boxes.
All right,
so thank you to everybody for backing our HasLab campaign. We're very excited.
Sorry, that was...
Oh,
I don't know if
you're gonna. Oh, yeah. No, that's not gonna. All right. Yep.
Yeah. So,
On the fly.
the one box is discarded.
Yep.
Now it's time for the actual
Inside box.
which is also enormous. As you guys can see here, we can give it a...
That was me dropping corner protectors on the floor.
Look at that. That was convenient.
Beautiful. That was actually very convenient.
So let's see if we got the right side.
That's a piece of paper to help us track prototypes, so that will not be in your box.
Yep. IP security.
And then yours will also not have a sticker on it that says that this is a prototype sample.
Yep. So this is a prototype sample, as you can see. And this box is pretty incredible. I'm going to try to get this out of here without making as much of a mess as before.
Here, if you do it like this, tilt it down a little bit.
Oh,
Team building.
It's coming out.
Yep, got it. Okay.
And man, the graphics on this box are
so good.
Incredible.
Julie did such a good job with this.
You hear the boxes.
Our entire team is, I get to work with a lot of teams here, and we are stock full of absolutely incredible human beings. But there is something really, really special about what the team has been able to do for the world of G.I. Joe HasLabs. So we'll take you through the box just to kind of walk you through what to expect. But I believe kind of from a narrative design perspective, mirrors the storytelling on the Dragonfly.
Yes, to a degree. And it also kind of showing like this, in a way, like an air raid, if you would.
Yep.
So Cobra's attacking some suspecting victim.
Flip
you can see here. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And I love this kind of like, I would say like 1940s-esque kind of Art Deco-y kind of vibe with the kind of the pop colors. And then, of course, you have the crazy G.I. Joe graphics on one of the many bombs that will be coming with this. And really cool.
Absolutely beautiful.
Here. Also, if you guys can tell, that's right. I can't.
This way.
Yep. But yeah, there's this really cool spot flash I want to show everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like across it, it's got this really nice kind of gloss. Maybe I can.
So that's what you're seeing when the light in the camera is hitting it a little. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did a spectacular job on this.
And then if we do a double flip. Yoop. Our classic bottom of the HasLab box schematic drawing.
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. And I like the color tones they picked. I mean, on his tank, they did the one color, but I really like this kind of integration of orange and blue. It pops.
Yeah.
It's got great look.
It's beautiful. All right.
Let's crack it open. Let's get it the right way.
So with all of our kind of the packaging that we've been, I've lost knife privileges. Other way. No, that was my mistake. That was my mistake.
Maybe I should have lost knife privileges.
So this is the safety end. So it comes out this way, right?
Goodness.
It's a tricky one.
That's a crazy knife.
All right. Well, we both lost knife privileges.
That's not it.
So with the Lost my train of thought there. So this will mirror kind of the existing tackouts that we've seen on the Hiss Tank and the Dragonfly and the modular approach that we've been taking with HasLab packaging, specifically because we have done a lot of testing on making sure that everything gets to you in the best condition that it possibly can. We want to make sure that the box arrives pristinely, that everything inside is safe and sound. That's your hand?
All right, so yeah. Then I'm going to show kind of inside the drawers as we've been doing. You got a really cool stylized Cobra logo. You can see?
Yep.
And then I think we're going to have to turn it. We're not going to be able to show them as we pull them out because it's so wide. Yeah, let's let you bring this back a little bit so you guys can see. All right, Emily, do the honors.
What? See. There we go.
There we go. So.
Jeezy Pete, there's a lot of products.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in there. So
this is, I feel like every time we do this, the box just keeps getting bigger. Which, I mean, is like pretty fun. Also, I have platform sneakers on right now, and I'm standing on a half apple crate. So,
to show you how big this thing is.
Oh, and if you want a hand comparison, here, put your hand back up. Do you have small hands for comparison, or do you have large hands for comparison? This is how big your box will be.
It's big.
This is remarkably silly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we should start. I'm going to put it to the side just because we're going to have a lot of stuff to look at.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll be taking the figures out of box today. I think we're just going to kind of go through the unboxing a little bit. All right. So here is the box with the patch details on the front.
Beautiful.
As you see, pull open with the tab like thus. And as you guys can see, this box is packed. So we have the patches here.
On top.
Yep.
And then if only you added decal sheets. What a disappointment at the lack of decals.
The team, again, on the HasLab vehicles, I take more of an advisory role, but I cannot be more excited and more proud of the team on this design. There's so much detail and love put into storytelling on this that really shines through. And as you guys can see, Emily, if you want to show this, maybe put them on top of the box. You can see we wanted to put a lot of kind of from the cartoon and from the lore. Yep. So the Rattler, we want to put a rattlesnake sticker on there so you can put that on the side of the nose of the jet. We also put a warthog in there for those who know. And then as well as we put this Cobra Commander on a horse. I need a painting of this. It's incredible. Bomb drop, a lot of little cheeky kind of comments. And if you guys remember the school bus episode, as well as a pinup girl Baroness on there, which is really cool. And then my family is deadlier. And it's all of the Cobra mainstays on there as well. And 1984 certified. So a lot of really nice nods to the brand overall and where it's come and where it's going.
Yeah. And I feel like special shout out to Mark, who is our brand writer and does such an incredible job of storytelling around our HasLab campaign. So Mark is the one that constructs all of the PDP copy that's in Cobra Commander or Destro's voice tone. And he is clearly a G.I. Joe fan, but is so wonderful at kind of translating that for all of the different projects and making sure that there's a reason behind everything on all of these projects. Nothing is done just willy-nilly. There's logic behind all of it.
Nothing, and it's exciting to work with them.
Yep.
So as you guys can see here, these are the patches that will come with it. All the patches you will see. It's not. Oh, there we go.
Nope, there we go.
They'll be featured on the figures as well. So you'll see these designs across the product, which is really fun. Also, we have the really full instructions. We shortened it this time around because there's a lot, but not so much that you're gonna have to be building the thing. But a lot of really cool play in here, and it's done in that kind of old school G.I. Joe vibe with that new classified coloring on there, as well as the old school schematic. And of course, there is a stand in there as well, which the stand has a cool feature. There's a drawer, so you can keep all of the crazy accessories in, so you don't lose them. Right,
which is great because holy smokes, are they are accessories.
There is a lot.
All right. This for your stack? Do you want to go through what's in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think for the sake of time, I'm not sure if we're going to have time to take the figures out of box, but let's see what we can do. So up first, we have Wild Weasel. Oh man, Wild Weasel came out awesome. Really excited about him.
I'll stage the box while you're talking about things.
Yes, that sounds great. That sounds great. So actually, you know what? Let's try.
Let's just open them.
Let's give it the old college try, shall we? All right. Okay, so
double-decker blast effects. That's how many blast effects were included in here.
So can see here, Wild Weasel in box.
Beautiful.
Really cool. This portrait came out wonderful. We wanted to get that destroyed, or distressed, or he's got scratches on his face from the comic book run when he and Ace were in the dogfight above New Jersey.
Of course, because where else do you get into dogfights?
Exactly, and his face gets destroyed in that, so we wanted to capture that there, and that's why he comes with the damaged helmet as well as the clean helmet. He also comes with his mission orders that will plug into his thighs. If you don't want the mission orders on his thighs, you take them off and you just put on the straps, which are over here, packed in there as well. So really cool figure. He has his rebreather that will connect to the vest. I'm super excited about it. I think his portrait came out wonderful. I think for the sake of time, I'd love to take him out and pose him for everybody, but we got a lot of stuff to get through today. So I'm just going to kind of put him out there. Hopefully he doesn't fall.
Sorry about all the noises as I'm tossing things onto the ground.
Let's slide him back in, because I think what we should really do is show that the image it creates when you put them all together. So,
which ones? Oh, you on the left? Nope. Flip this one.
Okay. There you go.
Perfect.
So as you guys can see, there's the really cool, you put the boxes together. I absolutely love that.
So good.
It's so sick. I think since we looked at Wild Weasel, we should probably we're going to go out of order. Let's go to Baroness.
Love it.
So Baroness came out awesome. For me, this is the quintessential Baroness. I think we've done Baronesses before, but something about this.
Flip.
Oh, oops. You know what? Looking at the camera and then looking at the thing, I got a little crazy. So as I was saying, I think out of all the Baronesses we've done, this is the one from a portrait standpoint I feel really nails who she is. It's got that severe look, and at the same time, kind of like she knows everything that's going on. She's actually running Cobra.
Oh, 100%.
Right. So as you guys can see here, she comes with a lot of really cool accessories. Again, sorry, I'm not taking them out. Maybe we can try in a little bit. But she comes with swappable hair pieces, one that's up in a bun, one that's kind of pushed back, like slicked back as if she just took her helmet off. The helmets will go on her head without the hair. We had to do that because the helmet wasn't fitting with the hair on, and it was getting enormous. So we were going for aesthetic. It was going to look weird. It's going to look really weird, so we were going for aesthetic. And then the rebreather connects to the front of the vest. There actually is a plug right here. Sorry about that, guys. There's a plug right here that will swap out and go on the front of the vest. It's like a little bag. So when you don't have a rebreather, you can do that. The vest, you can remove it. There's little tabs in the side that if you play around, you can get it off of her if you wanted to. She also comes with her old school rifle that she had in the original figure. We gave her her glasses, and we also gave her a headset, which will fit great on the slicked back hair. She also comes with 2 gold-plated knives because her boo hooked her up before the flight. And her helmet, which is very reminiscent of the old school cartoon with that graphic on there from that like yellow and red graphics.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So super excited about this one.
And I'll trade you for the gunner, and then I will, in my staging area, I will pop accessories out.
Alrighty.
As long as I'm not making, sometimes it's loud when you pop accessories. So I will try to do this as quietly as possible, and you will learn how successful I am.
So for the gunner, and again, we'll try to pose these guys in a little bit after we go to the vehicle. With the gunner, we went with like this kind of like Cobra Trooper red mask vibe with his rebreather, and the helmet is a dark black with blue details on it. Oh, falling out of the blister already. It like wants to come out.
It just wants to be played with.
It comes with a swappable head. It comes with an SMG, 2 pistols, and it comes with plugs for the thighs. You could put the mission orders in his thighs as well. They shares common parts with Wild Weasel. So, awesome crew to have. You need your gunner because there's that gunning station in the top of the Rattler that needs somebody to man it. So here he is. Really excited about this one. These portraits came out really cool too. Like the haircuts on them. They'll integrate into the line really nicely.
And we love a good accessory.
G.I. all about accessory. All right.
Glasses are so little. Good thing I have tiny little hands. How do you get stuff out of like the tiny blisters with
I
big
do
hands?
this. I just push in the back.
All right.
I hope for the best.
That was very efficient.
Yeah, but we're doing a live stream. We're trying to be dainty.
We are trying to be dainty.
But at home, I'll be honest, I rip into my fingers.
The other thing, did you show off the bottom of her shoes?
Oh, I didn't. So the bottom of her shoes are gold because,
she fancy.
She's expensive. But yeah, she came out awesome. Hold on. Thank you for taking her out.
Okay.
Push her hair down a little bit. It was a little raised in the blister, but even with those stilettos on, she stands. You got to mess with it a little bit, but she stands
Which is amazing.
She stands great with them on.
It's because they're practical footwear.
Very practical footwear for flying around.
Yeah, they are.
In a Rattler. Yeah, so she came out awesome. Emily's going to play around with the figures while I start going through Actually, before it, I think we should just show everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Look at all this stuff.
And I've already taken the top plastic piece off of all 4 of these. So there is an extra layer of plastic protection on them so that they do not shift around when they are in their shipping box.
Look at the amount of armaments here. It's insane. And then we have all the rails the armaments can go on, so you can customize it on the actual vehicle. There's a ladder so you can climb into the vehicle from the side. There's also the damage plate. We don't have batteries with us today, so maybe in a later update we can show the guys how the lighting works, which will be really cool.
Sounds good.
We also have our missiles, and check out these bombs. They literally have...
That's a satisfying noise.
...beads in them. I believe it's a frag bomb. And those are tooled little pieces that get dropped into the bomb. Pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty on another level. And then again, there's that warthog showing up again. All right, so I'm going to put this stuff to the side, and let's start opening up the vehicle. I can show you guys the parts and pieces that it comes in. All right, next box.
Just the sheer amount of stuff is you get your money's worth on a G.I. Joe HasLab.
It glows as you open it. All right, so as you guys can see here, in the second box, you're going to be getting your long blast effects. They'll be going onto the back of all the missiles, and then we'll be plugging onto the rails to make it look as if it's been fired out. So they are all packaged in their own plastic to make sure they do not scratch upon shipment. And then we also have here, this is the front canopy for the pilot.
So maybe last for a second.
Go ahead. And then not only is this in plastic, it's also shrink wrapped.
Just in case.
Just in case. So we can go through
Here, I can unwrap. If you want to go through them, I can. I'm very helpful with unwrapping this video.
Nailing it.
Thank you so much.
And then here's the gunner station. As you can see here, again, shrink wrapping the clear so it doesn't get any scrapes on there. I believe this co-molded. Co-molded is a term that we use when you inject 2 types of plastic together. So sometimes painting is going to be too difficult. You're going to see maybe the black will get onto the clear. So what we do is we inject the clear and then we inject the black, or vice versa, to get this almost constructed look, which is insane looking.
It's very clean.
Spare no expenses.
Yep.
So then here is the canopy. This is actually the door that will, and again, sorry, it's still the cellophane. It's a lot of stuff to unpack here, but this is what gets plugged into the hull of the jet, and that will go up and down, and that's like what you figure in. We made the front separate so that it was easier, so you could just take it off and then put the figure in, because it's kind of a tight cockpit, and we need to maintain the aesthetics, so we did this instead.
Good aesthetics.
Look at this. This what is this stuff? The paper rattan stuff. This stuff's awesome. So really sturdy.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah, I can't even.
Yeah.
It's great. Very protected. Here it is. I don't know if we can get a top camera on this bad boy, but look, this is the hull, the tail, and the back thruster. So let's go the hull first. Look at this thing. It's the size of my arm. It's enormous.
It's not dainty.
No, it's big. There's the tail. All right, and now I'm going to take this box to the side, and then what way we can start. So box 1.
Box
2. Right?
Box 2.
Box 1 for the jet.
All right.
So this was packed like that. As you can see here, it's one piece. And then there's slots to put the wings in and the tail wings in. So just like on the Dragonfly, you can see here there's little tabs on the side here, which push in, and that'll lock it in. So you kind of, boop, you do that, and that's not going anywhere. And look at that matte finish.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my goodness, oh, the matte finish. It's a delightful. Hold on a second, just put that up real quick. All right, next box.
Here, I'll scoot this over so that you have as much room as possible.
Thank you.
It's like playing Tetris.
You can see the construction is, guys, pretty easy. It's not that crazy. So wing, again, packed in plastic.
And they have substantial weight to them. Like they're not super light.
Yeah, they've got to be a pound or so a piece. This is for the stand so that you can set different positions for the jet, either banking down or banking up. We did look into doing a ball. The problem with the ball was it was too heavy. The jet's gigantic.
So when you compare this stand to if you have the Sky Striker HasLab at home, that one used the ball that you were able to adjust because that plane was much smaller.
It would not pass
QA.
Safety.
Yeah.
So I pushed for it, but all right. So this is the drawer I was talking about. Here, I'll stand it up a little bit. You can see there. Such a good innovation here to use the stand as the drawer. You can push it out. There's also access from the back too. You can see how that works, but a substantial amount of space. It's probably about as much space as you see here on the top. So,
which is great.
One way. All right, so underneath this layer is more jet.
It's just like it just keeps giving.
It's a jet that keeps giving. Here's the other wing. They really are heavy.
Yep.
And then here is the one side of the stand. And the other side of the stand, and Emily's going to put it together without even looking at the instructions. I believe in you.
Sure, I'm going to try.
You got this.
I got this.
You kidding
great
me?
news. Hey, for anybody who is like me and is not going to look at the instructions, there are slots in here. So they are single directional with how you can put them on, which is delightful.
Yep. And then here is the base of the wing. So the wing comes in two parts because the wings, as we spoke to you guys about, I believe a couple months ago, what we're calling a DTOL. So they will turn they will go up, and that's for storage. We know this thing's wide, so we wanted to do a storage or a pose so that it can be on your shelf and not take up all of the space.
Can you use your leverage position to snap these in place?
Yes.
This counter is tall for me.
Oh, are they not in?
There it is. You want the clicky.
That was a good sound.
That was a really good sound. There it is. Ooh. Nice. Ooh. Beautiful.
Hold on.
Oh, that was
beautiful.
Oh my.
So on the stand, you're going to notice that there is a third piece. This is the coupling piece to put on the angled, posing block. So as you can see here, you just got to line it up. This will all be lined up so that you don't mess it up. Again, I'm not even looking at the instructions and I'm doing it. And just got to make sure that snaps in there.
Clicky noises.
Clicky.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Okay.
Weave these in there. Yep. And then you see these like kind of tubes. Those will line up with that.
Beautiful.
And you can adjust it however you want.
And you can, with the other tubes that are on the other side, that is what will click into the plane to hold it in place.
That's right.
Yep. Extra secure.
All right. So here's some more tail wings. Another tail wing. And I believe we are...
Is that it?
We're unboxed.
Box empty?
We are
right.
unboxed. Time to put this guy inside. Yeah.
So much stuff.
There's so much stuff. But it's not hard to put together, which is really cool.
And it's really like it's fun, it's impactful. Like this thing, you are gonna have so much fun playing with this because there is just so many different things that you can do with it.
Actually, before we put it together, I kind of want to show the inside so you can see the engine. Check out these engines. So originally, these were going to be molded material to make like a molded metal, but it just wasn't molding right and it wasn't looking right. So it's complete painted on the inside.
It's beautiful.
Those jet turbines. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it. And then we have the ionization or oxidization that happens when the jets thrust. So you have this kind of like purple hue happening on top.
Oh, like on the retro bats.
That's right, 100%. And you can see little wire details and stuff like I don't know how it works, but it looks like it works.
It sure does.
You know what I mean? So let's close it there.
I'm sure somebody who knows much more about planes than we do will look at it and be like, well, this wire should be here instead.
I hope so.
As a reminder, what we do here is we create toys and we take what we call toyetic liberties with things. So if you do know a lot more about planes than us and there is a wire that's in the wrong place, we reserve the right to have that happen because this is a toy.
Yep. So you saw that. That's
beautiful.
Right.
Nice click.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah. And then as you guys can see here, there's like a square peg. And the square peg goes into the square hole. Hey, I could have been tricked. You know what I mean? And then I really love how like they have this kind of like up bend to them. It's got a really fun vibe to it. And then these are for the tail.
Okay, so I'm going to put the tail on without instructions.
Okay.
I feel like I can do this.
You got it.
Okay, so you are going to see inside of the tail area, there are 2 little holes with kind of a directional piece. So these pieces each have that same directional curve with the 2 pins on them. So we are going to put these in like so.
Got it.
Okay. The clicky. We like the clicky. The G.I. Joe Auto. Okay, there's the clicks. All right, and then my guess is for aerodynamicness, we're gonna go curved part in the front. All right, and then so these have these kind of plasticky pieces like this that are gonna slot just right into the side here.
Moldable.
Beautiful.
And then
Amazing.
I love when a toy snaps.
Oh.
Like I think it's not snaps as it breaks.
Yeah,
I mean like snaps.
the very satisfying clicky noise. All right, and then we've got this front.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And this will plug right on to here, a lot like the his tank, the gunner station goes on. There you
But
go.
we want to make sure that it looks nice for the kid.
So I will say what you want to do is you want to make sure you put it in with the gun facing back, which is much easier to do.
Perfect. Trial and error.
And then,
Right.
of course, this does open up so everybody can see that. So you can put your gun in there.
All right, and then we have our 2 very nicely protected cockpit pieces.
So this is the front. Let's put the back in first. You'll see here that there is a C-clip. I don't know if the top camera can grab that for us, but there's a C-clip right there.
Beautiful.
And then you will take this, I guess, barrel, lack of a better word, and you pop that in just like that.
And then if when you are taking this piece apart, or when you're taking this out of the box, this has the kind of plastic shrink on it. So if like what happened to me when I was doing it, this piece pops off from the base, again, same kind of clip, it just slots right back into the back.
Sweet. All right, so then
Little turn.
we can put and this, again, this just pegs right in the front, just like that. And again, like I mentioned earlier, it just makes it easier to put in. What we found midway through development was this didn't come off. And when it didn't come off, it was really hard to get the figure in, especially with the seatbelt. So we did look at an option of making this into like a door. But what was happening is we were getting this really ugly hinge. So the best option was just to kind of make it a plug-on part. And I think it's no harm.
It's a great solution. Yeah.
And if you didn't notice, like this is ratcheted.
Yeah. So that you can pose out however you'd like.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
All right, let's get the landing gear out.
Oh, okay.
So on the bottom, there will be a button. You hit that button,
Oh,
and your
fancy.
landing gear comes out. And you can hear it's ratcheted too.
Yep.
That's what keeps it nice and strong.
And there is a note next to it that says release, just in case you forget what that button's for.
Yeah. Best part about military action figures, you can get to put all those little.
It's perfect.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see, it's glorious on its wheels. Something else to show is that there'll be a button on the top as well. This is for the wing positions. So we hit this, and that'll allow you to do the famous Rattler VTOL. Same time, hit it again, bring it down that way.
In addition to having the wing tilt that you can do, we also, for space saving, the wings can fold up. So Lenny will demonstrate how to
and
do
then
that.
pick it up real quick.
Yep.
On the bottom, there's going to be buttons.
We love the buttons.
The buttons that I always forget. And I'm always like, thank God they're samples. So you hit the buttons and you could pull out like that. And it's very dark in here, but there's really cool hinges and stuff like that makes it feel kind of like very like built for war, built for battle.
And the buttons are nice because it means that this won't happen on accident. So you have to, all of these steps are purposeful. This is not going to, you won't be in the middle of something and have something pop out or move. Like you have to hit the buttons on purpose.
Yeah, and don't quote me on size, but I do believe, if I remember correctly, we are in the 15-inch range from a width standpoint when the wings are up. When the wings are down, I think we said something like 36 inches wide. So it is quite the space savings when you bring it up, and that's why we did that. But yeah, look at this thing, and it rolls beautifully. We have kind of like the pseudo rubber tire on it to kind of give it that real feel. Let's go to the side real quick and show off our panel work. So as you can see here, that's the side panel that comes off. If we had the lighting going, you'd be able to see that we put this really cool sporadic electrical fire programming in there. So it goes from like red to yellow to white. So it looks like it's like sparking and like barking. It's really cool. I like how I'm saying it's really cool. I'm not showing anybody.
Yeah. We'll bring batteries next time. That's on us. Yeah. Apologies.
It's the magic of G.I. Joe June. Maybe we could show it next time.
Yes, sure.
So, and this is the damage panel, which that effect works really well for the damage panel. It feels like it's just taking some damage from Ace and the Sky Striker. All right. So
to show how it works on the stand.
I do want to show how it works on the stand. So let's hit that. So you have to manually put them back, just so everybody knows. You hear that ratchet? That way they get in there nice and tight. And then on the bottom, you will see that there are 4 plugs. Those plugs going here. As it's in currently, it'll face down. So I actually think before we do that, well, let's do it once on the stand. It's a big. Yeah, here we go.
And those slot in very securely.
Sorry, just got your fingers.
All good. Beautiful. Every time we do this, they just get bigger.
It's crazy. So there you have it. Look at it.
It's gorgeous.
It's enormous. And I think the blue is a big deal back and forth. I think we started working on the blue color before we even outputted a tooling model. So we've been working on it for a while, and it's based on the ferret blue. So they are in the same family as each other, but we did adjust it a little bit to get the mattes right. I mean, it is a HasLab. We had to get the finishes just right on it. So
it's pretty spectacular.
I think we should start putting bombs on it.
All right. Okay, so in your accoutrement sections, or famous G.I. Joe HasLab entire row of dog bone pins.
Yep, and then we'll show you guys here. It shows you all the dog bone pins and their respective bombs at work. You can mix and match as you please, but you can show our preferred way to put them on there. Put them on however you want. So G.I. Joe, have fun.
Just adding all of these up for you. Sorry.
It's so many. You know what? I'm going to detail them so that I can put them on easier. And maybe, what's the best way for the camera, guys? If I put it like this and just do it? Maybe like that? This is the part I always get confused on, which way the direction these are. So
the
pointy side facing.
So the pointy side faces, in theory, pointy side faces the front of the plane. And again, these are notched so that they can only go in one direction. Perfect. And the, long pointy side faces the front of the plane. So the side that the tab is not on.
All right, you want to start loading up?
Yeah. Are you loading yours left facing or right facing?
I think for speed of camera, I'm just going.
Okay. All right, great.
You guys can get it more right than we
if
are.
we need to.
But we are gonna move, I think, just so we can get through it, because these go. So let's start. Let's see. We're suggesting that we put.
This is everything I've ever wanted.
It's a great party favor.
It's a great party favor.
Yeah.
Join us as we just put bombs on things.
Bombs on things? That could be a thing.
That sounds, yeah. Big Daddy Blast effects?
Big Daddy Blast effects fix on most of the larger bombs, if you would. So these guys in particular. Yeah. I think maybe we do it last.
Yep.
But like it will pop out, and then you can see here there's a dog bone. Oh, here's a dog bone. So you can put it wherever you like, pretty much.
And then there are 3, just the pile of detritus behind us right now.
Yeah. So the 3 bombs on the 3 mount will go on one of the single mounts to get it on. So you kind of have to daisy chain it on there, like such. See?
Red ass
Clutch. Oh, lost it.
And then this piece is the extra hatch that we switched out for the one that's battle damage, and we have the ladder as well.
Oh, the ladder's awesome. There's actually a spot for the ladder to go into, so I'll have to take people through that when we land it. All right.
Okay.
So much to do. All right. What else? Let's do those are the Maraca bombs. These are the party bombs. Wild Weasel and party.
Then Chunky Monkeys.
Chunky monkeys. Yes.
Then these guys go next.
Sick.
That one may not be clicked in all the way.
This felt like I touched it.
There it is. And then these zombies.
It just decided to stop flying in a detail mid-flight. It's just like,
We're good.
I give up.
I'm ready for a nap. Okay. And then remind me on these friends. Bumpy part towards the front.
Bumpy part.
No. There's only one way you can do it.
Also, they're an option too, so you can swap out any of these armaments to put that armament on. Just like most classified things, we want you to play around and kind of customize how you want to go into the battle.
You want to toss some blast effects on some friends?
I do. Let's take this guy down. See how heavy it is? It's so.
But it's remarkably sturdy considering how big it is.
Yeah, and that was a big thing. Again, like I mentioned earlier, like I really wanted to put a ball joint on the stand, but it just wasn't good.
Not quite. Okay.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I feel like it hit it.
They do. They will hit a little bit. So they will rest on
Okay.
top. Well, it's my terrible playing sounds things. Cartoons back in the day. But as you can see there, and you can spin them around how you'd like. It goes on just like that. And or you could take them and put them onto the larger rockets. Which, like so.
So simple, even a marketer could do it.
Even a marketer can do it. Woo.
That's one of our Hasbro running jokes. If you are also a marketer, I believe in your ability to put blast effects on things.
A lot of times back in the day, we would have old school like wax models. Remember one time I had a whole line on a cart, the whole line, like every single figure in the line.
And this was back when you were doing waxes. There was one of them because it was incredibly expensive and time consuming.
Yes, a lot of time, and somebody did it by hand, and you can't just print it back out.
Yeah.
You know, very wonderful marker, great friend of mine. He went like this, and into them.
My soul. And when you break a wax, it's so basically they smell like crayons, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But when you break a wax model, it is gone. There's nothing you can do.
It's pretty much a sin.
Yeah.
So as you guys can see here, putting the blast effects on there, which the colors of the blast effects are really nice with the dark blue. They pop wonderfully, so it looks great on shelf.
What a very practical vehicle.
Look at that. And then, of course, if you have extra stuff and you want to take it off of these bad boys,
Fits right in for storage.
fits right in. And
You can also, if you don't want to have some of your blast effects on the plane, but you still want to have them displayed, again, we do have the options to display on the side of the stand as well.
yeah, pretty awesome. And she could be remiss not to mention that this does spin. My hand's going to cover it because probably gear it, but
It's a satisfying noise,
the turbine spins because why not?
of course.
And I think maybe the next thing we'll do is I'll take it off the stand
Okay.
and we'll show how the ladder works and we'll
Perfect.
put some figures in it.
Okay.
And then I think we can start wrapping it up.
Sounds great.
All right.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move the stand over here. Don't forget to release the landing gear. Satisfying.
Here we go. Put it down.
Which side does the ladder connect on?
Well, let's refer to the instructions because I forgot.
Great news. The ladder connects on the left side
The
of the
damage
plane
side.
in two different configuration options.
So here, you guys will see there is a little spot that folds open. Give me a second. And folds down. So it's pretty rad. If you guys remember that from the photography. Remember the designer working at the time, he was like very adamant about putting that feature in. And I love that he actually went to the aviation museum.
Incredible.
Jumped in a couple of different planes and was getting inspired about putting things in there. So we have that. And then there's actually an extra ladder for the wing. And you'll notice in the wing there is a kind of like little notchy thing. You could put the notches from the ladder on the notchy thing. There's only one.
Technical term.
Yeah. Welcome to the technical term hour for the G.I. Joe, and you can put it right in the notch and it'll hold. I have the rocket there that's currently in the way, but if you move the rocket out of the way, it actually notches way better than that. So really cool feature, because you got to get in the wings and do some repairs every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Again, the photography. We love the photography.
It's beautiful.
Can't wait to see what people do. All right. So we start loading it up.
Yeah. Okay, who would you like? You want Wild Weasel in the cockpit?
Yeah.
You want Baroness in the cockpit? You want Gunner?
You know what?
Feels like Gunner should,
I'm going to start talking about putting stuff on figures.
Okay.
Let's do that, and then we'll put them in. So let's do the Gunner first. So you can see the Gunner right here. Came out pretty awesome.
The planes.
Loving the finishes that came out on this figure. We have the patches on him. He has the Cobra Airborne on one side, and then he has the Fly Swatters on the other, like the patch, which is pretty sweet. So look out, Dragonfly owners. This guy's coming for you. And then let's see. So his, we need to start popping.
A clean area to work in.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
You can see there it is without the rebreather on. You can put the rebreather on, or you can take it off depending. You can go old school looking G.I. Joe. You can add the rebreathers for a little bit of realism. And the rebreather will plug right into this little mouth peg right in the front of the mask, like so. And then on the side of the figure is another port hole for the rebreather bag. That plugs right on just like that. You got to finesse it a little bit, but that'll go right in, fit nice. And I sometimes like to give it a little pinch so that I can get them in there and get the mushroom to really grab. So there you go. And there is the Gunner. He's pretty sweet. We added that green lens to kind of give it a nice pop, a little evil, weird pop on it. So if we roll the forward, gun station comes up. I think for speed, I'm not going to go crazy with the seatbelt, but you guys know the drill. Actually, what am I doing here? I'm like not putting all the weapons on him. So his pistols, will go into his holsters like so.
Come on, buddy.
Pretty sweet. And then his thigh strap. So the idea here is if you want him to have the orders, you can give the orders to him. But when he doesn't have the orders, you just put them on like his thighs. Both. Let's put this back on.
I always feel like a small child when I'm helping to put accessories on. I'm like, look, I'm doing it.
You're doing a great job.
I'm doing it.
Yes, Emily. Yes, you can do anything.
Thank you so much. Let that be a lesson to everybody watching right now. You truly can do anything.
Alrighty. So now we're going to get this guy in there. Wait a second here, ladies and gentlemen. Children of all ages. Slides right in. And then of course, the seatbelt goes over.
The seatbelt is very secure.
Yep.
Safety first.
Anyway, just like that. And for this purposes, I'm going to move the rebreather, but you can put the rebreather over the seatbelt. And then you plug it right in just like that. And then he is gunning and ready to go.
Dang, those are some nice bangs.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time in those bangs.
These are I wish I had bangs like this.
She's got great hair.
She's got great hair.
She's got money.
She is a boss. Like
she is a boss.
She looks expensive.
She is.
Yeah.
All right. So then I think this is pretty funny. You just take the extra head and you put it in
Perfect.
you put it in this drawer of heads?
Yeah, just a drawer of heads.
So Emily, I see you've opted to go damaged Matt.
I have gone damaged helmet.
Which is pretty sweet. It's kind of cracked. You can see, and it's cracked in the same area where he gets the damage on his face. So you could tell the deco is a little rougher on this one. We did that intentionally so that it looks as if it's been through the ringer a little bit and it took some rounds to the face. All right, so I'm going to take the rebreathers. And there are two rebreathers, just so you guys know. One is damaged and one is not. Detail is subtle, but as you guys can see here, I don't know if the camera can get tight enough, but like the damaged one is dirtier looking and then the cleaner one is there. So you have some options, and there's a little bit of scratching and all that sort of stuff on the side of it. So when I ever put the damage one, I only put the one side on because it's kind of like
That's fun.
he's struggling. You know what I mean?
Having a hard day.
Having a rough day.
Not his best.
Yeah. But you can put it on the whole way if you'd like. Hey, you do got to give it a little bit of a little push in there to get it into the holes for the mushroom pegs, as we like to call them here at Hasbro.
We like a good mushroom peg.
Yep. And then go here. Gets in just like that. And just like the gunner, you take the mushroom peg and you plug it into the side of the vest, like so. And I always rock them a little bit so you can really force it in there. And you put it on the mask like so. And then there he is. Again, if you want the more classic look, you just remove the rebreather. It's
beautiful.
Old school, a Wild Weasel.
Perfect.
And then he has his flight plans on his thighs, which I always thought was really fun as a kid.
Yeah.
But I was like, we gotta what if he's not on a mission?
Options. Yeah.
So, all right. So again, let's put Wild Weasel in. Let's turn this bad boy to the side. Make sure nobody comes and gets them. Open that up just like this. And then there's the seatbelt inside. You guys can see that. All right. So then we just slide him in underneath the...
Very cool. Like it was made for him.
Like a glove. Like a glove. And then, I don't know if I could show you guys on here, but the thruster does move. I don't know if you guys can get a top image of that, but the thruster is articulated. You're probably not going to see it, but when you guys get it in hand, you'll see that the thruster and all that does move. So we'll just finesse this pair a little bit. Let's get that damage rebreather on. Not that it's going to help you out much, buddy. And right then we slide it down just like such. That snaps in, holds it nice and tight.
Beautiful.
Such. Pretty sweet. Again, it's a 2-seater plane. We have our gunner station and we have our cockpit. We went with the old school toy. If you remember from the comic book, there was a backseat for Baroness to sit in. Oh, actually in the gunner seat, my bad. I actually shouldn't put Baroness in.
She's ground comms today.
She's ground comms today. She looks great. Look at her bangs.
Incredible bangs. Oh,
so
jealous.
She's awesome. I really like how she came out. Again, if we can get a close-up of her face, I think we kind of nailed it on this one. I feel like this is her face anatomy, if you would look like this. Very angular, kind of aggressive vibe to her. Really fun figure. And just to kind of show what Emily did, she put the headset on, which comes off so you can put it on your other female figures.
Oh, and since her hair is so dark.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So other size heads, it should fit. On other heads that are a little wider, maybe it won't fit so great, but it should be able to get on there. So the hair, we have this plug system on top. And then let's put on her helmet. And if you notice, we gave her little cobra earrings. I don't know if we can get that on camera. It's going to be so small.
It's the little things that really count.
I gave her a little Cobra logo earrings. I don't know if you can see them. It's going to, you guys get in there. Yeah, it's going to be too small. But when you guys see it, see it. She's got Cobra earrings on because she's repping.
It's good to know where her loyalty lays.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, the helmet fits pretty tight, like such. She looks really cool without the rebreather on, too. I can hear the cartoon music, like that when they go into the battle. And then, is this her? Where's her? Oh, that's right. I went all black.
Yeah.
So more reminiscent. All right. Here you go. Let's put the full helmet on. Look how tight that helmet fits to her head. We normally aren't able to do that. We have to add a certain amount of clearance on the inside, but I think because of the construction, it allows for it, which works out really great. And then the rebreather on the front. Where's that little piece in?
Oh, uh-oh. She put it in the stand already.
Oh, no. So you'll see here, there's like a rectangle peg. We did that on purpose, so in case you lose any of the pieces, it still looks like there's a meaningful sculpted detail there. But you'll see that it's a rectangle hole on the side of the pouch, and it will plug right.
Is it either of these tiny pieces?
It's that little guy right there.
Excellent.
Let me tell you something. The factory got really mad at me with that piece.
It is very small.
Yes. So as you can see, this is her with her modern rebreather pouch on. You can see right there, really cool. And of course, she has on the fearsome Baroness patch, which is really cool. So it was really fun to integrate the real life thing into the action figure. So it's like, it's real. You know what I mean? So
we made a thing.
We made a thing. So these are the tank smashers and the spider. I think the spider is very perfect for Baroness.
Giant gun?
Oh, yeah, giant gun. Actually, before a giant gun, let's take this off. Let's take her helmet off.
Oh, would you like hair?
Yeah, give me hair. Dealer's choice.
Ooh, dealer's choice on the hair. Nice t-shirt.
This plugs in.
We have not shown this hair.
All right, let's do it. So that plugs right on there. So this is a pouch in the front for vest. And then the hair goes on like such. We really want to get a lot of flyaways here on this hair. And the idea is like, she's like, just took her helmet off. He looks ravished and then she takes it off. You know what I mean?
Yes, so, but can you do that every time we talk about hair?
I mean, mine's, getting there.
You're doing great.
So there she is. We have her glasses.
Oh, we do.
Actually, I think I want to go old school look here. So show that hair. Let's go. Let's show how old school she looks with the design. And then actually, what I like to do is I like to take the glasses off first.
Glasses on first, then hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant to say hair off.
Oh, people will follow along on the video.
Her wonderful toupee. They fit really tight to her head, as you can see there. And then just kind of give it the old.
Hold the glasses in place with your finger while you put the hair on.
Yeah. You can see there that's
amazing.
She's awesome. I have the glasses on there straight. Sometimes you got to finesse it. You guys know. Maybe it's finesse that a little bit. And went with more of a shooting glasses kind of color too, to kind of differentiate them from the other glasses we've given her. We've given her the round glasses, like the Crimson Strike Force. We've given her the librarian glasses, so we want to go the more shooter glasses there. Which again, I love this figure. I love Baroness. She's one of the coolest characters in the lore, and I love that we kind of nailed a lot of the details on this one. We gave her kind of a nod to the cartoon design, the cat suit with like kind of like the corrugated details on there. That is all underneath the vest. And yeah, she came out great. I love the set. I hope you guys do too.
We're really excited for you to get yours in hand. So these will start shipping soonish. You know how HasLabs take a little bit of time. So cannot wait for these to start shipping, for us to actually get ours that we ordered that will be showing up at our houses, and for everybody to get to play with this.
Yeah. Again, that photography, can't wait.
Yep. So speaking of HasLabs, we're pretty excited because, spoiler alert, we're launching our new HasLab campaign next week. So we are pleased as punch, I think. I was trying to come up with a word that I could use as like a little bit of a hint if you haven't quite put together
it's pretty cool.
What it is. But it's
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I feel like the whole team has been like really chill through this whole process.
Yes. And these projects can become quite a storm.
They really can. Yeah. And it's especially so like a lot of us on the design team have cats at home. Yes. And as you know, with cats, they're super helpful when it comes to.
But sometimes can be difficult. So
my cat has been
very resilient animals.
Yeah. So, they help with the design process.
Yep.
So
help you get through.
Help you get through the design
any
process.
Terrain.
And you know what's also great for cats? When it's snowy outside and they curl up on you and they're warm and it's like a portable heater.
The best. So if you don't know.
Yeah.
It's a tough process, but a loving process.
An absolutely loving process. So anyway, on that note, because I'm not sure there's anything else we can say that is
not transparent.
I feel like you guys know what this is at this point, right? We don't really do secrets on G.I. Joe.
So hopefully. To the task at hand.
We are so excited for everybody to get their HasLab Rattler in hand soon. Launching our new HasLab campaign next week. Stay tuned. We are super excited about it. And so we will see you next week. Feels like we shouldn't do a Yo Joe for this one because, a Cobra. Do we do no, we just Cobra.
Punch.
You want to
punch?
I kind of want to punch. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Cobra!